Ningyo Pass was known these days for a variety of ghost stories, but it was also known for uranium mining in years long past. His friend wanted to visit the nearby museum, and while it wasn't really his thing, he and a few other friends agreed to go along. After looking around at things that were of little interest to him, the museum finally closed at 4 p.m, and they all piled back into the car. They still had a long drive ahead of them, and his two friends in the back seat quickly passed out. His other friend, thankfully, decided to drive them all back. By the time they'd gone through several rounds of the songs they'd loaded up, he turned the music down and yawned. The quiet was a nice change of pace, but it didn't do much for his sleepiness. "Hey, do you hear something?" his friend suddenly asked. He listened closer. Come to mention it, yeah, he could hear something. It almost sounded like someone crying. Maybe it was somebody's phone. He woke the pair in the back seat up and they checked, but nobody had any missed calls or alerts. And now that they were awake, they could hear it too. What was it? The silence seemed to smother them, punctuated by the short, shrill cries. It almost sounded like a baby. Come to think of it, one of the stories he'd heard about Ningyo Pass was how a mother lost her child there, and people claimed that even now, you could hear a baby's cries if you passed through. But they were long past the pass. If that were true, why was it still following them? At an elevation of 740 meters, Ningyo Pass is a mountain pass connecting Tottori and Okayama prefectures. These days, there is a nearby tunnel, Ningyo Tunnel, that allows better, more convenient access, and while the old road still exists, it's no longer used as much. As such, various rumors have arisen surrounding the site, but as it turns out, Ningyo Pass already had a rather long and terrifying history behind it. In Japanese, Ningyo means doll, and there's an interesting story behind how Ningyo Pass got its name. According to the legend, long ago, a massive spider took up residence on Ningyo Pass. This spider ate any and all travelers who tried to pass through, and this caused problems because the route was the main thoroughfare to the Sea of Japan. Not only was this giant spider eating people, it was affecting trade and ease of movement. One day, a young man decided to deal with the spider once and for all. He created a doll made of straw to lure the spider out, tossing it into the pass. When the spider came down and attacked the doll, the man killed it with his bow and arrow. Having saved the day, the locals then took to calling the area Ningyo Pass, or Doll Pass. In some versions of the story, the creature is not a massive spider, but instead a massive bee. In either case, the legend claims that this creature was lured with a doll before the young man killed it. It's not the only legend, however. Another story tells of how a young mother and her child were walking through Ningyo Pass one day. It was extremely foggy, and somehow the mother and child were separated. The woman desperately searched through the thick fog, but her child was nowhere to be seen. It wasn't until the fog broke that she finally found her daughter. Or so she thought. When she rushed over, what she assumed to be her daughter was actually a large doll that looked just like her. Her real daughter was gone. Over the years, this particular version of the legend has morphed into the ghost stories told about Ningyo Pass today. People claim that if you pass through Ningyo Pass at night, then you might see a drenched woman in white, wandering the lonely road. This is especially odd because it's a mountain pass. There are no houses nearby. You might also hear the cries of a baby or child, perhaps the same one the woman is looking for. And people have reported seeing a child's shoes walking down the road. No child, no feet, just shoes. A third figure can also be seen at the pass, although it's unknown where exactly he came from. People claim you can spot a man with broken limbs around the area, and these days, he is just as famous as the drenched woman. Yet despite the story, the current Ningyo Pass is not the Ningyo Pass of legend. That pass is actually a few kilometers to the west. In 1955, a uranium deposit was discovered where the current pass is, then known as Uchifuda Pass, and so they named the mine the Ningyo Pass Mine. Over time, people started to call the nearby pass the same thing, and so the name moved to the more popular mining area instead. The old pass of legend is now known as Ningyo-sen. You can still access the old Ningyo Pass rather than using the more modern and convenient Ningyo Tunnel, but the roads are old and winding, and, ghosts aside, somewhat dangerous if you aren't careful, especially at night. And isn't that the real reason why ghost stories are so enduring anyway? But what did you guys think of this one? Let me know in the comments below, and if you'd like to help support this channel so you can see more content like this, please consider hitting that join button down below as well. Every bit of support really helps. Thanks guys, and I'll see you again next time.